This is the legendary High Pitch Eric, the mayor, on the mighty Codebase Radio.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Okay, let's call Andrew.
Hello?
I'm on.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes.
Heyo.
I called you by accident.
Oh. No kidding. That's alright.
I called you by accident. Sorry about that.
Alright.
So, listen, I tried to play my intro. My intro didn't work, so I had to try and get that fixed.
Okay.
Andrew, welcome back to... Andrew, welcome back to another edition of the High Pitch Eric Show.
This is the greatest show on earth.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so who's online? I got, Andrew, who else?
You got Jesse?
And I have Matt, too, right?
Yeah.
Wow, holy crap. We can take phone calls, too. Anyway, so I was talking to Andrew yesterday. I came up with topics. Then, Matt, you're a Boston Red Sox fan, right?
I am.
Okay, now, Andrew, I spoke to you yesterday. Remember I asked you what happened with the Yankee general manager, Brian Cashman?
Yes.
You know what happened to him?
No, lay it on me.
You know that he breaks his ankle while skydiving?
Really?
Yes, he broke his ankle while skydiving.
Jesus.
Jeez, I mean, seriously, like, what else could go wrong with the Yankees? With Curtis Granderson, Mark Teixeira, A-Rod, the three heavy hitters in the lineup, will be out for like 10 weeks.
Oh, this season should be interesting. Because
listen,
the American League is going to be dominated by the Orioles and the Blue Jays, probably.
How are they going to teach their players? How are their players going to be able to stay healthy if their fucking management can't set an example?
I mean, look, Brian Cashman's a GM. He should set an example. Don't skydive. He should be in Tampa with the Yankees, not skydiving.
You know what that reminds me of? Do you remember Jeff Kent, who used to play for Houston and the Dodgers?
And the Giants.
And he used to play. And he used to play for the Mets too.
One year he had a thing in his contract that said he liked doing skateboarding and biking and shit like that, and he had a thing in his contract that said he couldn't do it. So he broke his arm one preseason, and he said he was on top of his SUV like waxing it, and he fell off. But it was like doing tricks on his skateboard like right in front of Dodger Stadium, so like fans saw him doing it and shit. So he was in breach of contract, so they were able to cut him and have no penalty.
That's like what? Like, what's your theory on the Yankees? Will they do it this year, or won't they do it? I mean, it's gonna be an interesting season. Matt, what do you think?
Well, the American League East, I don't know. I think the Red Sox and the Yankees are not going to be in the race once the All-Star game comes. I'm not thrilled with the Red Sox team one bit. The Yankees are in shambles. I say, well, look out for the Blue Jays. I say this every year, but...
I say, look out for the Blue Jays, Orioles, and the White Sox.
The White Sox are in the Central, though.
But still, I think the White Sox will have a good season.
Yeah, you know, they always do well in that division because, you know, it's one of those divisions that somebody has to win. It's pretty weak generally.
Now, you know, I was on Yahoo the other day looking up some baseball news. I never knew Jose Reyes went from Miami to Toronto. So now he's with the Blue Jays. They're going to be a tough team this year.
Yeah, they didn't keep him. He was only in Miami for a year, right? 1 year.
Yeah. Why would Miami let him go? I thought they signed it to a long-term deal.
Oh no, man, and I like Baltimore. I mean, they played really well last year and came on strong. And with the weakening of the Yankees and the Red Sox this year, I think they've got a really good shot.
I mean, honestly, like, I mean, it's gonna be a tough season for the Yankees. I'm a Yankee fan. I live in New York. I despise the New York Mets. Sorry, Met fans, but I gotta go with the Yankees. But will they do it? I don't think so.
So what's up? I'm not up on it. What's up with A-Rod? Is he out for definitely like the first 2 or 3 months?
A-Rod, from what I heard today, A-Rod's gonna be back after the All-Star break.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll be back during the time when he never hits anyways.
Yeah.
Right, so that's
why they
August,
signed
September.
Kevin Youkilis, isn't it?
Kevin Youkilis will be playing third, but who knows how he's going to do too. I mean, he says Boston's in his heart forever. What is he going to do? He's not going to be productive at all.
Your paycheck's what should be in your heart.
You
Well,
gotta
you know
shave
what?
off that goatee too, right?
I mean, Kevin Youkilis' heart might be with the fans in Boston, but him and Terry Francona were really tight, and the way he got let go, and from day one, him and Bobby Valentine did not get along. So I think Kevin Youkilis is going to do everything he can to destroy the Red Sox this year. I cannot wait for his first game at Fenway Park with the Yankees.
Hey, Matt, now, where did Terry Francona go? Is he manager right now?
Yeah, the Indy, he signed with Cleveland, which I don't understand. I mean, I guess they should be. They made some good pitching moves, but Terry Francona came from this big market team. They can do anything they want with signing free agents to go to the Indians, but who knows how they'll do.
Yeah, but guess who else went to the Indians from the Yankees? Outfielder Nick Swisher. Swisher's going to do really well in Cleveland.
Switzer?
And who did they pick up for an outfielder to replace him? Is Brett Gardner going to be back this year?
It's going to be Brett Gardner, Curtis Granderson. They were supposed to switch positions.
Right, that's right.
So now it's going to be Suzuki, Gardner.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not sure who else their third outfielder is going to be.
Who was this calling from Arizona? We got that call from Arizona, but I don't remember who it was.
That might be
Chris Arizona.
that might be Chris Arizona. Don't take his call.
Yeah, you know what? He was supposed to call in possibly to our show, so that's probably why he's calling now.
Someone called my number when your show was going on, but I didn't answer it because I was prepping.
Okay, so who's gonna be their third outfielder for the Yankees? I mean, you got Gardner, you got Suzuki.
still
Who
there?
else? Ichiro's still there.
Ichiro.
Yes. So who's gonna be their third outfielder?
I think you just named 3: Gardner, Granderson, and Ichiro.
Granderson's out for 10 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me.
So why trade Swisher? I mean, come on, we needed him.
Wasn't he a problem? Did he have problems with Girardi, or is that not true? I seem to remember
No,
hearing...
that's not true.
Okay, I don't know why I thought that.
That's one of those things that they always say because it's interesting.
Yeah. But as far
No,
as
it's definitely not true.
Okay, I don't know why I thought that. I just think this year, Red Sox-Yankees games have like a playoff atmosphere usually. Do you agree?
This year, Matt, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just going to be for bragging rights this year.
Right. Like I remember.
Okay, now, second topic I want to talk about.
Here, while you were talking, I pulled up the Yankees roster. Here are
Right.
all of their outfielders, all 6 of them. Zoilo Almonte, Ramon Flores, Brett Gardner, Curtis Granderson, Melky Mesa, and Ichiro.
Dude,
So they
that's
don't
no
have
one.
a lot of depth there.
It's like a minor league roster.
Come on,
They
it's like a
also
minor
have,
league.
as a designated hitter, they have Travis Hafner, so I don't know if maybe he could play outfield.
Oh, dude, he's horrible.
Yeah, well, as opposed to all these other people who most people have never heard of.
Wow, I didn't know they got Travis Hafner. He's
Who's
injury
doing that?
prone though.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's
all
why
the
I like
Yankees are
that.
gonna be hurt. Hey, by
35-year-old
October, say
Travis
goodbye.
Hafner at that.
Hey, say goodbye to the playoffs this year. I'm telling you, say goodbye to the playoffs.
When's the last time the Red Sox and the Yankees didn't make the playoffs in a year? I can't think of. Probably got to be at least 20-something years.
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s
Because
for
they both had
sure.
resurgences in the mid to late 90s, so I would imagine probably the early 90s.
Okay, now second thing I want to hit on. Matt, you know Dwight Gooden, former Met, former Yankee.
Absolutely, yeah. Doc Gooden.
Not personally,
Yes. Did you hear he was arrested?
Real? Let me guess, for drugs, because I know he was on celebrity rehab.
You're wrong.
Really?
His wife arrested him for making terroristic threats against her.
What? God.
He made terroristic threats against his wife.
Ugh. Tell me this Mel Gibson type
Is
tape
this
to that.
allegedly? Are we quoting a source? Is this alleged? Maybe we should say it's alleged.
It's alleged because I saw it on
Okay.
I saw it on SportsIllustrated.com and ESPN.
Wow, what happened with him and Darryl Strawberry? Was it just the
Look,
cocaine?
Matt,
Like,
listen, Matt, if it's not, listen, if it's not drugs, then what is it? It's terroristic.
I'm pulling up an article about this.
Yeah,
To see
the
what
Star
gives me-
Ledger. Yeah, he's right. He is allegedly charged with that.
Here, Doc Gooden is a lot of things. He's a drug addict, a wife beater. He's one of the saddest cases of wasted potential in sports history. A backstabbing Benedict Arnold Yankee. But he ain't a terrorist. That's just a hot buzzword they love to throw around in the post 9/11 world.
It sounds like
That's the
That sounds
editorial
like
part.
it sounds like he's the next ambassador to North Korea.
But here's the actual fact part of it. The estranged wife of Dwight Gooden has been granted a temporary restraining order against the. I like how they call him a baseball legend. After she had to call the police on making threats against her and her family. According to documents, Monique Gooden called the Bergen County Police Department on March 1st. Monique claims Dwight made terroristic threats, specifically claiming he said, "I'll and I will hurt you and your family. You'll see. Just wait."
Oh my God.
So that's the terroristic threats.
Oh my God.
Dwight
Yo,
Gooden
yo,
was
talk-
si-
So
Sorry,
would you
guys.
Listen.
really consider that terroristic or just a threat? That's like if I walk up to you and say,
Good.
"I'm going to punch you in the face if you don't shut up."
Listen, that's a threat. It's not terroristic. But you want to know something? About a year ago, I was somewhere in Spanish Harlem. I see Dwight Gooden with his daughter walking in a 99-cent store. I mean, come on, a former Major League Baseball player walking in a 99-cent store? Come on, he's in there with his daughter getting candy. He had like a bag of candy in his hand.
Now, Dwight
Come on.
Gooden, he won. Did he not win Rookie of the Year and Cy Young like when he was 19? Is
he
that
did.
right?
That's when he was with the Mets.
Yeah, I
Those
know that.
86 Mets were fucking unstoppable. Sorry, man.
Okay,
Yeah, wasn't it
actually,
85 though?
Yeah, but I mean, 86 he was almost just as good, and the whole team was pretty dominant. You know, Gary Carter.
okay, I have a question. Okay, let's see if anyone can answer this. When Dwight Gooden pitched for the Yankees, he pitched a no-hitter in Yankee Stadium. Which team did he pitch against to get the no-hitter?
Was it the Rangers?
Wrong.
I know this.
Anybody else?
No idea.
I do know this.
You guys give up?
I give up. I was thinking of something. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of.
Okay, Matt, what were you thinking of?
I do know this. I'm just trying to remember. I remember.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna answer this.
Seattle.
You tell me exactly.
It was.
And who caught the last out?
I have no clue. What year was it, Andrew?
95 or 96. I'm not sure which one.
And Dwight Gooden, that's like the end of his career, right? He didn't go further than that, did he?
Yeah. Well, Nolan Ryan threw a no-hitter at like 48 years old.
Oh, right. I remember that forever. I remember watching Dwight Gooden's 20 strikeout game when the Braves used to be on TBS. I remember watching that as a youngster.
Okay, now here's another.
Eric?
Here's another. What was that?
Who caught that final out?
Was it Derek Jeter?
I thought you were asking us because you knew.
I thought it was maybe Derek Jeter, or maybe it was a strikeout. I'm not sure.
96. That probably would have been Jeter's rookie year.
Okay, now.
You're right.
He was on an episode of Seinfeld. Did you know that, Derek Jeter?
He was
on that episode.
Yeah,
Him and somebody
Andy
else.
Tartable. Because there was an episode where George says, became smart, and so he was showing people how to swing. And then Derek Jeter says, "Aren't you the guy who put us at that bad Ramada in Anaheim?" And George says, "Do you want to talk about hotels, or do you want to win some baseball games?" And hey, we won the World Series. And he's like, "Yeah, in 6 games."
Okay, now.
What I love about that was how real it looked. Him hitting the ball, George Costanza. It looked real.
And it went like out of the park, and it's like.
But you didn't answer the question. Who was the other Yankee? It wasn't Danny Tartable. There was someone else in that episode.
Oh, Bernie Williams.
No, it wasn't. It was Danny Tartable. It was Danny Tartable.
That's a different episode.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, when George is hitting the ball, showing him how to hit it. I think it was Jeter and Bernie Williams.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay.
Another one.
Okay, now here's another thing I want to hit on: NHL hockey. You remember that lockout we just had? Well,
barely.
Matt, do you follow hockey?
No, hockey's the only sport I really don't follow unless the Bruins are in the Stanley Cup Finals or semifinals.
Okay, well, how about this? How about I tell you that the Chicago Blackhawks have the best record. They are off to the best start in history in the league.
Really? I didn't even know that.
They haven't lost a game yet.
No.
How many games?
Like 24 or something like that.
Wow. They're 24-0, huh?
They're like 22-0-4, so like a couple overtime.
There's ties in hockey, I forgot.
Well, no, they don't have ties anymore, but they have shootouts, so they have like wins or overtime losses. Or if it goes to a shootout. So, yeah, I mean, they're pretty dominant, and it's looking pretty good. What is their record? I'm pulling it up right now. But yeah, they're playing an amazing streak here, and they're only a few games away from breaking the record for consecutive games with a point. Here it is. They're 21-0-3.
Wow.
45 points out of a possible 48.
Is that a record in professional sports for a team to have 24 wins and no losses?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd love to know that record.
They usually just recognize that versus hockey, but yeah, I mean they're pretty. They're pretty much ruling it right now, and remember this is a shortened season too.
Yeah, because of the
I'll
lockout.
tell you something. Chicago has the night off tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Chicago plays Colorado Avalanche tomorrow.
They played Colorado last night and they beat them. They were tied until the last minute and they scored a goal with like 44 seconds left.
So the Blackhawks are tonight. Rangers and Islanders tonight too. Islanders lead 1-0 at the end of the first period. And Matt, your Boston Bruins, they're up 1-0 at the end of the first period.
Nice. They're not my Bruins till they're in the playoffs. I'm a fair weather fan for hockey. There's a lot of people in these parts that you'd think if you just met them, they're huge sports fans, but they couldn't tell you anything about anyone. I find that annoying.
Okay, now you guys follow the NBA?
Yep.
Not as closely as I used to, but I follow it.
Do you know the Miami Heat have won 16 games in a row? Both LeBron James and Dwayne Wade have carried the Heat. That's right, not Chris Bosh, but Dwayne Wade and LeBron James.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. Those guys meshed. It took them a little bit, but they meshed and friggin', I don't know. I think they're gonna go on a run like the Bulls did in the '90s.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's beaten them this year, although I do think in the NBA the race in the West is going to be pretty good when it gets down to the playoffs because you've got three teams that are good enough to go to the finals, that being the Spurs. Ironic that I'm saying this about the Clippers, but the Clippers are up there, and the Thunder.
It's about
Yeah,
time the
weird.
Clippers. It's about time the Clippers finally got their shine over the Lakers.
That's right. I mean, they're insane. They won like 14 games in a row earlier this year.
Hey, by the way, how are the Knicks doing this year?
Hey, you know Carmelo Anthony's out tonight, Eric.
For what?
He has a knee injury, and they're playing Oklahoma City.
Oh, really?
So, but the Knicks are playing pretty well. Actually, they're in second place in the division next to Miami, and they have the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, a couple more things I want to hit on. Then they're going to take a break, and they got Dee Zee coming up in just a few minutes. Now, we all know football season is over and done with. And of course, Vicky's Baltimore Ravens have won the Super Bowl.
Don't talk about
That means one thing. Vicky, do you know what happened?
Yeah.
Joe Flacco has signed the biggest deal, making him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
He's officially, unarguably elite, and nobody can say otherwise. And there's the papers and the money to prove it. Show me the money, and that's all I will say.
Show me the Flacco.
Well, you know what though, that particular mark of the highest paid quarterback gets broken pretty much every year.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is next.
Okay, next, Matt, I know you're from Boston. You know Wes Welker for the Patriots?
Yep.
You know what he's going to do? He's trying out for free agency.
Yeah, he wanted them to give him a long-term deal last year, and they would not do it. Robert Kraft's usually good about that, so I don't know. I wouldn't be that upset if he left because they didn't want to give him a 5-year deal. I mean, he had a big drop in the AFC Championship game.
But you know what happens with the Patriots, and it's a testament to Bill Belichick and what he does, because anytime a player leaves, like he has the perfect system to put pretty much that you could plug almost anyone in and they be successful, because you look in the past, like when Deion Branch went to the Seahawks, and he did nothing, and he came back and he was the same old Deion Branch again. So the same thing with Wes Welker. Before he got to the Patriots, he was a punt returner, an average punt returner at that. So, in my opinion, it's a mistake for him to leave that team.
Yeah.
Right, and also, we're still in the football news. The Jets are trying to trade Darrelle Revis. Wouldn't that be the stupidest mover for the Jets to make? I mean, come on. Why trade a great player? He's a great defensive player. Let the Jets keep him.
Jets just make... I don't get some of the moves the Jets come up with. Like, the Tebow thing, and why are they shopping Revis around? You're the Jets guy. I mean, what is going on in New York?
Listen, you know what they say happened? Anything happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. The same thing in New York. I mean, come on. Revis is in New York. Keep him in New York.
Yeah, I agree.
The Jets don't know what the Jets don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't get to a Super Bowl in the past 5 or 6 years.
Listen, put me as Jets management, and I'll get Darrelle Revis to stay.
You have to have a foot fetish, and you have to have your wife get a Mark Sanchez tattoo. But I
Jets
think you
management, High Pitch Eric is your man.
Okay, well listen, guys, it's 8:02. I'm gonna take a break, and then Dee Zee is coming on next. So I'm gonna play a tune, and then Dee Zee is coming up next with the news.
Cool. Thanks for having me on, Eric.
Guys, thank you so much, and I will talk to you, I think, next week, okay?
All right, Eric.
Andrew, I'll listen to your show later. Matt, Jesse, thank you. This is CodeBaseRadio.net. When I come back, Dee Zee will be on with the news.
Hi, this is James Allen from the 80s Rewind Show, and when I'm not wearing my white linen suit, sockless loafers and Ray-Bans, or sipping on pina coladas, I like to listen to High Pitch Eric on Codebase Radio.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to our public, more so.
Alright, so, Dee Zee, welcome back.
Thank you, and I'm sorry to everybody. We had a communication breakdown, but...
It happened, but, we tried our best.
We did, and we're gonna make it through, right, Eric?
We always make it through.
We do. So
Robin, what's going on in the news?
Well, I know you love animals, Eric. Do you like lions and tigers and bears and all that?
Yes, myself, and I consider myself a fun-loving teddy bear.
You are.
All right, so what's the story? What about these animals?
Okay, well, yesterday there was a young girl who was an intern at one of these big cat preservation places, and she was helping one of the tigers, and she got mauled to death.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's 24 years old. Her name is Diana Hansen, and she's been interning there since January. And the tiger, I'm sorry, it's not a tiger, it's an African lion. And he's 5 years old, 350 pounds, and his name is Couscous.
Wait, hold on, what's the name?
Couscous.
Couscous, it sounds like a terrorist.
It's like a food, like a Middle Eastern kind of food. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like pasta and rice, but not either. I don't know.
Wow, that name sounds like a terrorist.
It does. Well, this lion was apparently a terrorist, Eric. He killed her.
And he mauled the woman to death? Oh my god, that makes me so effing sick.
Yeah, well, listen, so she was in the cage, I guess, tending to the lion. And I guess she was started to get mauled by the lion. And someone who else works there saw it happening and tried to like distract the lion to get it off of her, but he wouldn't get off of her. So eventually the cops came and they shot and killed the lion, but it was too late. She was dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, awful, right? But you know, Couscous, he was a celebrity too.
Well, yeah, how was he a celebrity?
He was on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah.
I'd rather throw up before I go on that show.
Well, the lion was on because he was a cute little cub, and she fed him out of a bottle, and it was a nice, warm, loving segment.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather say no to Ellen DeGeneres. That's all.
Yeah, well, in the future, people should. Because this is what happens. You get killed by a lion after you go on.
Wow, but, and the lion was on the Ellen...
Animal expert?
Well, let me ask a question. So the lion was on Ellen DeGeneres. Was Ellen DeGeneres scared?
I never actually saw the clip. I don't know if anyone could find the clip of Couscous on the Ellen DeGeneres show. But I don't think she was, because there was a trainer nearby and he was still a tiny cub. He wasn't the size he was when he killed Diana Hansen.
Well, we're sorry for Diana Hansen. Sorry.
We are very sorry. In the last 21 years, 20 people have been killed by big cats.
By big what? By big what?
Big cats, like lions, tigers, bears.
Cats?
Well, not like a house cat. Have you ever heard a story about a house
cat? Okay, like big cats.
Yeah, like a big one, like a tiger or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm done with my first story, and in High Pitch Eric show, everybody, I'm done.
What?
I crumpled up my paper. I was done with that news story.
Okay, got it. Gotcha.
All right. Columbia University students. You know Columbia University, Eric?
Yeah, I think that's right by where I live. Columbia,
yeah. In the city. Students there consume 100 pounds of Nutella a day.
Nutella? You know something? I think I tried that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't eat that at all. It's so nasty.
You didn't like it?
No, I don't like it at all.
What about it did you not like?
The taste of it. It's so bland.
Bland? I think you might be thinking of something else.
Okay, well, what about Nutella?
Okay, Nutella. Well, it's like a chocolate and hazelnut spread. It's like a peanut butter kind of thing, but it's chocolate and hazelnut.
Right.
Okay, so there, when you go to college there and you live on campus, you pay for a food plan. It's very expensive, but you're able to go eat 3 meals a day at the places on campus, but it's very expensive. Students are not happy about paying this much money. So the people at the school, the officials, are thinking what students are doing, are taking the Nutella and taking the whole jars back to their rooms, or putting it into a cup and stealing it to go back to their room. And students feel that they're entitled to do so because they pay for a food plan. What do you think about that, Eric?
They pay for a food plan?
Yeah. Like they pay so they could eat at the places on campus.
No, they don't steal it. Take a spoonful of it and that's it.
Yeah. Well, the school is spending $5,000 a week just on Nutella alone. And for the whole year, they're thinking they're going to have to spend $250,000 just to supply the college with Nutella.
Wow, this is only for Nutella. Can't believe it.
Yeah, just Nutella. Now, the school says they're not going to stop serving the Nutella, but they're going to start to limit the amount of the other high-demand items, such as lobster tail.
Oh, hold on. So, you're telling me they serve lobster tail in a college?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Columbia University. You can go
sign me up for classes. I'll be right there.
Are you kidding? I went to University of Hartford, So did Doug Z. Goodstein, and we did not have lobster tail night ever. I did an extra semester. I'm not afraid to admit that I had to do an extra semester of college, and we did not ever have a lobster night, ever.
Wow, I'm moving to Columbia University.
Let's all go to Columbia University. We could all get in the dorm rooms. We'll live in a dorm.
And we'll have lobster tail every
live
night.
from the dorms.
Right, and we'll have lobster tail every night and do a show on Code-Based Radio.
And we'll eat Nutella.
Leave the Nutella out for me.
No, all right. Well, I'm going to have Nutella, and I will bring it back for whoever decides to come and be our guest at the dorms.
Okay, our next show will be at Columbia University next week.
All right, and that's the Nutella story. Eric, I have another animal story.
Okay, I love animal stories.
I know you do, but all right. So this is out of South Florida in Big Pine Key. It's 30 miles east of Key West. And down there was a pelican and a seagull that were freed from beer can collars. Now, can you picture that? Birds with collars of beer cans.
No.
Crazy,
what,
right?
Beer can collars?
Yeah, what people were doing down there is someone was going down and purposely putting the beer cans around the birds.
What sick people? Let's put the beer cans around their necks and see how they like it.
I know. So there's a woman down there named Maya Topman, and she works for Florida Keys Wildlife Rescue, Inc. And she was the one who got the phone call about the birds. So in the
What douchebags?
It's not nice what they did. I know you're an animal guy. I hate birds, and even I feel bad about this.
Wow, that's bullshit.
It really is. So listen, she got the call and she went there. And so what the people did is they immediately cut the beer cans off of the birds. And the pelican, he had symptoms of avian botulism and needed fluid to flush toxins from its system. While the gull, it also needed fluids, along with a helping of fresh fish soup. Do you know what botulism is?
No. Can you tell me?
Botox. That's what they use in Botox.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, when women go and get Botox and stuff, they get botulism put in their face.
Thank God I'm not a woman.
Men do it, too. I think maybe I would do it, like, at that point in my life. If I started to start seeing lines form, I think I would get Botox.
Well, thank God I have no lines.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. Men age better than women sometimes.
I'm in my 40s and I feel like 90 years old.
You feel 90? You look like you're a spring chicken.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Eric.
Oh, by the way, Dee, our friend Becca, her son's birthday's coming up.
Oh, yeah,
His
Brandon.
name is
her son Brandon. It's his birthday on, I think, the 10th.
I want to wish Brendan a very happy birthday.
He is turning the big 8.
Yes, so Brendan, happy 8th birthday to you, buddy. I saw you last week, and you're a good kid, and keep up the good work. So happy birthday to you.
I think I'm going to
I also got an email from HPE show.
I'm feeling the need to sing.
What?
I think I want to sing.
Oh. Okay, you want to sing?
I think you need to sing with me, though.
No, you should sing. You got a nice voice.
We're going to sing happy birthday to Brandon together.
All right, you ready?
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Brendan.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Okay, also, that That's for Brendan. Happy birthday.
Yes.
And I got an email from Sean at hpeshow@gmail.com.
Okay.
He says, "Hey Eric, just say a great job on your show. You deserve it. Great job, Dee Zee, as well. Looking forward to Boston Block Party first round on me. Your friend Sean
Is that for both of
from
us?
Massachusetts."
We both get the first round on him? Or is that just you?
It's gonna be you too.
For me too? I think I'm gonna have a margarita. I'm already feeling
I'll have a couple of beers.
beers. Light beers though, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
I'll do. Oh, by the way, now, Dee, you've been to the Stand before, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
Well, do you know the Stand was just named the best comedy club in New York by New York Magazine?
Really? Good for them.
Now, if you go to the standnyc.com, enter high pitch for a discount code to get a discount into the Stand.
What's the discount?
Follow the Stand on Twitter at the Stand NYC. They have awesome shows. March 12th, see Mike Bichetti, Josh Spear, Mark DeMeo, and Mad Dog Matter. That's March 12th at the Stand in New York City. Go visit them and talk to Josh. He's one of the owners at the Stand. And
now, which discount do the people get, Eric?
They get the high pitch discount.
But like, what is that? Is it like $1, a percentage, a high five?
I'm not sure. He didn't get too specifics.
So whoever decides to buy tickets uses the code high pitch. Let us know what the discount is. I'm interested.
Yes,
and maybe next week you could use the DZ discount so you can get in for a regular price.
Okay, then we have just a couple of minutes. What other stories do you have?
Oh gosh, let me wrap up that story. All right, I'm gonna give you choices, okay? Since we're running out of time. All right, do you want to hear about a man who could face 30 days in jail for laughing too loud, or that the royal baby might be a girl?
I want to hear the story. The man laughing too loud went to jail.
All right. This is, of course, on beautiful Long Island. And, of course, the town that Howard Stern fans have know well, Rockville Center. This guy's name is Robert Schiavelli, and he's either going to receive a $500 fine or 30 days in jail. And the problem is that the neighbors are calling the police because he's laughing way too loud, and the laughter could be heard all the way across the street.
Okay, now is this during the day or at night?
You know, it's not saying, but this guy, Robert Schiavelli, he does have neurological problems and suffers from seizures, and he lives with his mother. And there's been decades of feuds with the neighbors.
Wow,
Schiavelli, though, he says that his loud laughter is his defense against the neighbor who claims to regularly mock his physical disabilities. He says the neighbor stares at him, mocks him, and calls him a retard, which, you know, is not a nice thing to do.
Oh, that's bullshit. No,
it really is bullshit. What? So,
get him arrested for laughing? Give me a break.
Yeah, so this guy, he's not all there in the head. He does have mental disabilities, but he's out there laughing. He could be peeing on their lawn.
Well, I'd rather have him pee in one place. Pee on City Hall on Long Island, that's all.
Go and pee on City Hall. Well, his lawyer thinks it's absurd. He's not going to make him plea. He doesn't think he should have to do jail time. Or
I don't think so either. Just for laughing? What if I do this? Ha 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 ha! What if I do that? Can I get arrested for laughing?
If your neighbor calls the police on you.
So you're saying if I do this, ha 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 ha! I'm laughing, and neighbor comes to my door, says, I'm getting you arrested for laughing. They can get me arrested?
Well, it's more the cops will come and write you a disturbing the peace ticket. Now, it wasn't just one incident. It's happened 30 times that the police had to come because he was laughing. You wouldn't find that annoying?
I would.
Yeah, what if you had some crazy person laughing? You would probably call the cops on them.
All right. Well, Dee.
Well, we will find out what happens with Mr. Schiavelli.
Well, Dee, thank you so much. That was brilliant.
Thank you. I will be on Stern Nation doing the stories I did not have a chance to get to tonight.
And coming up next is Star Nation with Andrew and the hot Stephoris Rex. And she's Nenners on Twitters. And I love everything about her voice, and her sexy looks. So
what about
come on.
Andrew?
Andrew's a guy.
Yeah. You can't say something nice about him?
I love Andrew. He's like a teddy bear.
There we go.
So coming
Star
up next
Nation.
is Star Nation with Stephanie and Andrew. You don't want to miss it. And me and Dee are out, and Dee will be here next Thursday. Good night, Dee.
Good night, bitches.
And that does it for my show. Good night.
Codebase Radio, where geek and music combine.